highly, highly recommend for your journaling journey. Hello, my lovely butterfly. Welcome to Butterfly Dreams. I am Stephanie, and today I want to share with you my 5 most loved journaling supplies. This video would be great for anyone wanting to start this practice of journaling for personal transformation. But I also think it's a great video for anyone who is interested in journaling. So if you want to know more, stick around. First and foremost, pens. I consider myself a self-proclaimed stationery lover. Along my life's journey, I have tried many different types of pens and writing supplies. By far, this one has exceeded my expectations. Now, pens are a very iffy thing, and it's something that you ultimately need to try for yourself because it depends on pressure, depends on how big or small you write, if you're left-handed or right-handed. All of that you need to take into consideration. But I personally love these Zebra Sarasa Clips pens. I bought this in a pack of 5 on Amazon for a couple of dollars, so very reasonably priced. I love the way they write, and here, I'll show you. My handwriting is pretty thick, and I tend to apply a lot of pressure, so I need something that can withhold that type of pressure. All right, so let me write something here. I love how smooth it writes, and I love the continuous flow of ink as I'm writing. I really personally loathe when a pen skips. That is the bane of my existence. But I just love this one. It just keeps going and going as I'm writing, and my ideas are flowing. Highly recommend. I have this one here to show you. So I have the 1.0, which is a thicker, like this is the tip. What is this called? Nib? I'm not sure what it's called on a pen, but you get the idea. And then this one is a 0.5. So this one's a little bit slimmer as opposed to this one. You see that? So this one writes a little bit finer. I find that I don't feel 100% comfortable with this particular one. You see, it's a lot thinner. I guess for this one already running out, but I just wanted to show you real quick. You see, I used it all. I guess that I don't know if you like the look of a more dainty handwriting. Maybe for script writing this would be great. I tend to write more like this, and so I enjoy this one far more. Let me finish this statement. Let me write. See, I really like that. So I highly recommend. I'll leave a link to these pens below, the 1.0, just in case you're interested. Also, I'm not here to try to sell you anything. I'm not sponsored. I also want to make it clear that to start this practice, you don't need to have a whole lot of things. You can start with whatever you have on hand right now. I'm pretty sure most of us have access to pens and a notebook. Just start with that. I don't want to push you to consume or buy things needlessly. Like, definitely if you enjoy this sort of stuff, once you've, dipped your feet into it, like, then I would say then add watercolors, colored pencils, crayons, whatever appeals to you personally. But definitely don't go on that bandwagon where you feel like you have to buy things excessively. The whole point of this practice is to be more mindful and present versus buying things and consuming things to fill the void. This is something that's going to help you escape that trap, so to speak. You need a notebook or somewhere to write in. I personally love my Stalogy. This is a B6 size. It's kind of like the size. Let's see, can I zoom out? All right, so that's better. The B6 Stalogy is what I have, and I've been using it for many years now. I highly enjoy it. I love the paper. I'm not sure if it is Tummel River paper. I don't think it is. If you like stationery, you probably know the difference. But I know that Hobonichi uses Tummel River paper. I'm not sure what type of paper this is. It may be. If anyone knows, please let me know in the comments. But I love this. It's grid paper. Subtly there. And I use this to do my written journaling. So how I do my journaling is usually I'll do writing. Sometimes when I feel the need to just express something, maybe I'm navigating some tough emotions or personal challenges, I'll come to my page and I'll let it all out and I'll write to my heart's content. And then I'll take my mixed media journal and I'll do some art, like whatever wants to flow. So I have this as my writing journal, and then I have a mixed media journal, which I will show to you in this video, where I do my art. So sometimes I'll do like little scribbles here as well. I have this here where like I'll do some scribbles or whatever, but mainly I like this to be for my written art, for words. And then I find that, just to show you, it doesn't really bleed a lot through the paper, especially this pen that I'm using, and I don't actually mind it. I like that. I think it gives it character, so I don't mind that. I even like the texture that it leaves when I'm writing, that embossed feeling. I don't know, it's a sensory thing, I assume, but I really do enjoy that. I like crinkly paper, and I like to feel like it's been loved how it's supposed to be. So I don't really like anything too pristine per se, but that's just my personal preference. But look, I'll show you. This is the front, and it just has this. Usually I'll decorate this. I have another one that I have fully decorated. This is a more recent one that I have. I haven't decorated it or anything, but I will, because that's also something special. Make it special so you feel compelled to go for it. Let me bring the other one so I can show you. All right, so this is the first Stalogy that I ever got, and I freaking love this guy. So see, I did all sorts of fun things on here, and then here I love to add pockets to the first page just to contain any random pieces of papers or notes that I want to have in here. So yeah, that's what I have done, and that's what I love. I'm going to do the same thing to this one. I think you'll feel more excited to work in it when it has character. And it's also fun, like that's part of the fun of getting a new notebook and just decking it out, and you know, stickers and whatnot. So highly recommend this notebook. Next thing, very basic, I recommend a glue stick. So easy, so fun. You can get it pretty much anywhere. I'll show you here. Like if you like collaging, then you know, definitely recommend having glue. I have the extra strength one by Elmer's, and you can get a pack of these on Amazon as well for, you know, a couple dollars, and it'll last you for a while. But yeah, it's definitely important if you want to try collaging. I don't do collaging a whole lot, but for example here, like sometimes I like to punch out, I don't know if it's in this one, like for example, maybe here I would use paste, or here with this sheet of paper. But I do like to have the option so that when, you know, the situation arises, I have it handy. And you can see for yourself, like here I did it here and here and here. So yeah, just basic. Elmer's extra strength. I feel like this is also very reminiscent and comforting because it reminds us of our childhood. Like, do you remember being back in like preschool or kindergarten, and how happy you were to paste random pieces of construction papers to each other. It always brings me back to that point. So that's why I feel like it's a very, very good practice, because it connects you with your inner child. And ultimately, it will evoke a sense of healing and comfort. All right. And right along with that, a good old pair of scissors. Mine are well loved. Just scissors, you know, nothing special. You can find scissors at Dollar Tree, anywhere really. And so yeah, this is just to cut out collages and papers and shapes and whatnot that you might want to use. So that's very self-explanatory. Then I really recommend something like this. Water-soluble gel crayons. I love these because they're exactly what they say they are. They are just fantastic. And this is not even the original set. I mixed and matched them because this is my second set. And I tend to run through the pink quite quickly. That's my favorite, obviously. But I love these. Let me see if I can show you. So this is my mixed media journal, which I will talk about next. But I love these because they're really versatile. So when you think of supplies, think about things that are going to stay with you for a while. Before you do like a big investment and you think you need all the things, like think about things that are going to be multifunctional and that are really going to stick around for a while, especially if you're just starting. So like, for example, these are water soluble. So it goes on, it almost looks like a crayon, right? But then you can activate it with water. Let me show you. All right. And then it produces like a whole different like watercolor effect. So I really love these. I use these in like regular notebooks, on regular good old paper that's not just mixed media paper. And I also like the effect it gives it. If you use these on regular paper, it will definitely buckle your page, which is something that I love because it gives it texture, as I mentioned before. So I don't mind buckling whatsoever. And then the great thing about them, you can also mix them for another effect. And so I personally love these for art journaling because they're just so easy peasy. They don't make a mess. I don't have a link directly for these specific ones because I got these in a local art supply store, but I was looking on Amazon and I saw something comparable, and I will link it below in case you are interested in that. Last but not least, I also recommend an art journal. And I have done a full flip through of this one. So if you're interested, check out the last few videos on my channel and you'll see them. But this is where I just come and let the colors come through as they want to. It's a moment of me being fully present and connecting again to my inner child and just letting her come through and be what she needs to be at that precise moment. This is just a very basic mixed media journal, and I think I got it in the art supply store where I got the crayons. But you can pretty much get something similar to this on Amazon, at Target. Just make sure it's mixed media. The reason I recommend it is because if you want to use watercolors or any type of wet media, you know, these will hold up pretty well. So like, I don't know if you can see the texture. Like, I love this texture. I love that. I don't mind it at all. But being that it's mixed media paper, it's not going to rip. It's going to hold up pretty well. So I like that. I use acrylics on here. I use watercolor. I use the gel crayons that I just showed you. I use gouache, ink, whatever I have on hand, colored pencils too. All the things. But remember, I've been doing this for a long time, so I have collected many different types of journaling supplies and stationery along my long life. So just keep that in mind. But yeah, these are the 5 things that I ultimately recommend. These are my favorites and my tried and true. Highly recommend for your journaling journey. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and remember, fly free. I love you. Bye.